When you tell me you love me, I want to tell you I'm already imagining how we end. I want to tell you that in a relationship, one person is the gun, cocked and loaded, smoking red, and the other is the hand, steady, steely-eyed, still with certainty. And we haven't even begun to begin yet, but I'm in search of soft endings to entangle myself in, and ours is going to be spectacular. My mind runs marathons while you're still remembering to take the next breath, and I've been called erratic and jumpy, but here's how it goes. You open the door and I remember this little blue door in San Francisco that masquerades a tea shop, and I haven't played Tea Party for so long, but when I did I was always in the loveliest white dress spreading across me like vines of winter. My earliest memories are royal blue and velvet, and I was a master at make-believe and puppeteering everything around me into a beautiful dance. Everything was at once exquisite and exhaustible, and you shuffle at the menu, and I think that I read somewhere that beach whales are pulled by the moon, and you know that they're dying when their mouth gapes into a smile, and did you know that sharks have to constantly be swimming to breathe, and do you think you die of exhaustion, or that you'd simply forget to keep moving? And don't you think it's strange and marvelous that it is impossible to grow into something still? And you ask me if I'm doing all right, and I can't watch anything but your nose. I think you must always be cold. It is red and bothered like a lighthouse signaling at lost ships, and the United States has the most lighthouses in the whole world, and I think how pretty it'd be if we just lit them all up and it was always daytime, just sometimes dim around the edges. Isn't it pretty to remember that Michigan has more lighthouses lining her lake than any town on the Atlantic? They rim around the shore like shimmering pearls in a communion dress, and the middle of a lake looks just as desolate as the middle of the ocean, and you can drown in any depth. And now you're asking about my day, and I'd rather tell you that I learned President James Buchanan quietly bought slaves every day of his term and set them free immediately. And I want to tell you that makes me incredibly depressed because I don't believe I can do anything good without telling everybody else, and I think that fundamentally makes me a horrible person. And now the waiter is coming with plates of zucchini and the most exotic greens and yellows and oranges, and I want to tell you that I feel sick every time I walk into Whole Foods because I read an article that they throw away the food that spoils and they don't give it to charity, and I see all the pesticide-free oranges lined up like soldiers, and the place is almost empty, and there's more oranges than people, and I want to tell you I'm not hungry for anything that spoils. And can you imagine how many people are starving right now? At the end of the night, you ask me if I'm okay, and I say that I am, but really I want to say that sometimes I wish for brain aneurysms, for the spidery black clot of an unexplainable event, but that I'm more terrified of dying than anyone else, and there's this old saying, why do I keep hitting myself with a hammer? Because it feels so good when I stop. I need to learn how to stop. A couple of days from now, I'll tell you that we don't fit each other anymore, and you'll tell me I'm not thinking, and I want to tell you that I've overthought it, that I'm always overthinking things. And did you know that if one of us has to be the gun, I hope it's me. I'm too shaky for the trigger. Hold my pretty neck like a barrel, like an orange peel. Kiss me until all the lights in my head go quiet. And remind me that no breath is not left sweeter by its end.